It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. The biggest message to his team in the locker room is communicate and execute. In this situation, they're trying to separate themselves in the conference race. The Big Ten is so loaded, but on the road, it is going to be tough in this hostile environment. Over-communication at the line of scrimmage and executing every play, particularly on this opening script, that is their focus here after kickoff. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Punting on first down, but why? Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Dropped in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Underwood. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And this offense is a pretty smart offense, and they're going to use their guys and their weapons all kinds of different ways. And you see it right out the gates in this football game. Getting your running back in space, running the real route, getting him matched up on the matchup you want so you can take advantage. This offense will do this all throughout the game.
To the air, it's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Buchanan. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
And these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Here's Underwood. Look out. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
You can go for it if you want to. Fourth down when we started. I went up a yard this year. So 4th and 3.
Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then be able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
3rd and long coming up. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And this offense coming out slow, man. It's kind of frustrating because you had that bye week last week. What do? You go back and self-scout, look at yourself. What can I do better? And then you come out in the first quarter and you're not playing great out the gates. They got to find themselves in a little rhythm, knock off some of that bye week rust.
Nestles it in at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, and they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Turns it upfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, and you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The give to the lone running back. Driven back.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keep it on the ground. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Keeping his eyes downfield. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best play.
Intercepted, number 19. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Fielded in the end zone, it's crossed. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here's Julian saying to throw. Finds his back in the middle. What a cut. Now he's loose. All kinds of room to the right. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hand it to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Underwood to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Still running at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they did tack on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Underwood. On the move. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, with great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
2nd and long here. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. Rush right in his face. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And right now, it looks like there's 12, 13, 14 guys on defense. I mean, last possession, you saw him break on the football, get the pick six. Now, another opportunity again. Dialed in, focused, breaks on the football, but that's why he plays defense. Shows you why he's not a receiver, but this defense is dialed in.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And that's an interesting choice for this offense, and specifically for the quarterback, man. 4th down, throwing the ball underneath the stick. When you're not getting a first down, you got to put that ball on the money, have your guy with some open space so he can run. Defense was all over that drag route. They broke on the football, no space, nowhere to go, forcing the 4th down.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll ride him again. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Sayin to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4 down territory. The offense still on the field. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
On 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Throwing, Underwood. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the back. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They give it to him again. They knock him down right there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Sayin. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Here's Underwood to throw. Got him quickly. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Right side, it's Marsh. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the edge. Now the toss. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
Here we go, ready. 5:53.
Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 23 team, the Vanderbilt Commodores. And it's the Volunteers looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this 3rd quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the 2nd half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the 2nd half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the 1st half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Underwood. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the 2nd half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive, coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along.
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Cross. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. On the draw, it's Jackson. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 1. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Run inside. It's Jackson. Past the 6. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On the run, it's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Julian with the play fake. Looking left. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, it's Rodgers. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. He caught it. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Underwood on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Buchanan. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under pressure. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're
just plowing ahead. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The give. Uh-oh, look out. after the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Throwing, Underwood. Right down the middle. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the move. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. College football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. He's changing the play. Throwing, say it. Fires to the middle. He makes the catch. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This should be the last play of the quarter. To the air, it's Sayin. They're all over him. And it's incomplete. The defense knocks it away as we have knocked down 3 quarters and head to the 4th. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets